What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have to finish our front bumper that we built in the last video. If you guys missed that, go check it out. I'll have it linked up in the corner. We got to get this thing painted. So like I said in the previous video, I originally was gonna just kind of leave it ground, leave it its natural steel, and then just clear coat it and leave it like that, just kind of go with a patina on the truck. But I don't like it. Just having the bumper on the truck, I really don't like it. Now what made me want to do that is I saw another truck actually in person. It was a lifted four-wheel drive, but it had a plate bumper on it, and it had just clear coated over the grinded out bumper, and I thought it looked really good on that truck. I just don't like it on this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attempt to do a patina paint job. Now what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna do our primer and our paint, and then we're gonna go through and grind it out, kind of make it look weathered, grind some areas down to bare steel. We're gonna spray that bare steel with some sort of solution. A lot of people use like a salt with vinegar and I think isopropyl alcohol, and they spray that on and it rusts like instantly. And then we can go over that with our clear coat. And I think that will look really good. And I'm gonna do it white. I want it to match the truck. I think just having it color matched will look a lot better. So that is the game plan. Now first things first, I want to get off the mill scale because the mill scale won't rust, and the only place that is bare metal is the edges where I ground out where I welded. So I'm gonna go through and remove all this mill scale. Now what I've used in the past is these wheels right here. Now these are called just a strip disc, and they actually work really good at removing the mill scale without grinding into the metal and actually removing metal. This just removes the mill scale, which works, but I don't like sitting behind a grinder. So I've always wanted to try vinegar. A lot of people soak parts in vinegar and it removes that mill scale. Now obviously we can't soak this thing. What we're gonna try to do is just pour some vinegar in a spray bottle, and we're gonna go outside. We're just gonna spray it like every half hour and just keep it kind of saturated with vinegar. We're gonna see if that works. If not, I've heard a lot of people using muriatic acid, and they do the same thing as soak it in there, but obviously we can't soak it. So if the vinegar doesn't work, we're gonna throw some muriatic acid in a spray bottle and spray down the bumper with that and see if that works. we got the bumper ready to go for paint. So you guys saw the vinegar. Now I sprayed the vinegar on, like I said, probably every, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And I let it sit for probably 2-3 hours. And it did start to kind of etch into that mill scale and pull it off. But I was running out of time. So I grabbed muriatic acid and I sprayed it on, and that stuff absolutely destroy the mill scale. And honestly, remember how rusty these mounts were? Look at that, it took all the rust off. That stuff works really good for rust removal as well. So we are ready to go for paint for this thing. So in order to do that, I got to move around some stuff. Now I usually paint on the lift, but we are getting absolutely dumped with snow. So I think I'm gonna leave the truck here, and I'm just going to put the sawhorses over here where my Tacoma is and paint it over here on the sawhorses. But I want to show you guys, I know you probably don't care, but we are getting dumped. So last night I plowed probably a foot of snow off the driveway, and you can see it's next morning now, and I drove the car last night. There's probably another foot of freaking snow on this thing. So I'm gonna have to get out here and plow, but I want to get this bumper painted. So we'll get the truck out of here. I'm just gonna cover the Hilux up so we don't get overspray all over that. While we are waiting for paint to dry, I figured it'd be a great time to talk about the sponsor for today's video. That is EcoFlow. They sent over a rigid solar panel for me to try out that links up with their solar generator they sent. You guys saw the review of that. That thing is really sweet. I've been using it. It's working great. Now the last thing I need to kind of complete this generator power bank situation is a solar panel. So let's open this thing up. I'll go through all the features and show you guys what this thing can do. Well, there we go. We actually have 200 watt solar panels, so we have 200 watts of charging. Now how we're gonna wire these is in a series. So you'll take your positive from one, hook it to the negative to the other, and then the other positive and negative hook to another cable that hooks up into the back of the generator there. And very easy to wire. You can wire it in parallel as well, but you will need like a little combiner box where you go positive to positive into the box, and then there's another output out of the box. So that being said, we're just gonna wire these in a series. So EcoFlow is running a big sale for Christmas, up to 50% off. I got all the links in the description, plus an extra 5% off for you guys using the discount code in the description. Go check it out. Head over to ecoflow.com if you want to check out a solar panel, a solar generator. They have a ton of different sizes of generators, from small little portable ones to big ones. They have a ton of different solar panels as well, from these rigid ones to your portable ones. Now these rigid ones are more intended for kind of mounting on your roof or your wall, or say if you got an RV, mounting on the roof of your RV, and just kind of more of a permanent solution. The portable ones are a foldable, like I said, so you can bring it camping, you can bring it wherever you want. You bring your solar generator and your portable solar panel, and you got power. As long as the sun is shining, you got power. So if you guys are interested in any of these products, head down to the description box. You can follow the links, use my code so you get 5% off. Let's get back to work. Well, we have made an absolute mess of this bumper. So as soon as I put that clear on, the first coat even started wrinkling up and peeling up the paint underneath. A few reasons that can happen. The paint wasn't cured enough. I let that white sit for like 4 days in the shop at like 65 degrees. It had to have been cured up. Another couple things is putting it on too heavy. That might be the reason. Now, what I'm using is the Rust-Oleum, and it's a crystal clear enamel. And the Rust-Oleum color I use is also in enamel. So there's no incompatibility issues there with the paints. This clear coat should go over that paint just fine. I did do some research online and it seems like a lot of people are having issues with this Rust-Oleum clear. Now, I did try, I thought it may have been something to do with that vinegar solution that we sprayed on the front. I did spray some clear coat on the back as well, and it did wrinkle up when I went super heavy on it. So I think I was just going too heavy. I was just trying to go heavy so that it would kind of flow out and look nice and flat with not a bunch of orange peel, but I don't know, I guess that ruined the paint job. So I scraped it all off instead of sanding it. This spray paint really doesn't sand very good. It kind of clogs up the paper. So I took a razor to it. I got it cleaned up as best I can. So this is what we got. We got pretty much all the paint off. You can see, got a big pile of paint there. It's all over the floor. But for now, I am going to go through with the DA with the 80 grit, bust it all back down, get it all scuffed up, flatten back out, throw some more primer on it, and we're gonna go at this again. Hopefully this will work this time. What really kind of pisses me off is I absolutely loved the look. It looked perfect with the rust. It really looked rustic. It looked patina. It looked really good. Now we gotta try to duplicate that again and make it look as good as it did. Well, there it is, guys. Bumper is on and done. Blinkers are wired in. Everything is working so good. I honestly love it how it turned out. Now what I had to do on the clear coat is just like 3 really light, like kind of mist coats. And then the last coat I went on heavier. Got it to flow out. It actually looks really good. It's got nice sheen to it. and we didn't lift any paint underneath. So doing those light mist coats with the clear coat helped out a ton. Well, all in all, I think the bumper turned out absolutely perfect. I know a lot of you guys don't like it or even hate it. I know some of you guys think it ruined the truck. Now, it does look a little funny on the truck right now, but with everything else that we're gonna do to it, I think in the end, it's all gonna come together. It's all gonna look really good. So if you guys hate it right now, just wait for the next few videos. I think I may be able to change your mind. If not, that is okay. You're all allowed to have your own opinion. I personally love it. I think it turned out perfect. Well, anyway, guys, that is a wrap for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope it entertained you. Why don't you go smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.